Before the Big Bang, there was nothing, literally nothing, an infinitesimal nugget of space. And then something happened, triggering the most colossal explosion in history.
From nothing, nothing comes. To allege the universe came from nothing is to believe 0 plus 0 can equal 1, that nothing plus nothing can equal something. This is against the natural law of mathematics and is thus a supernatural assertion. To demonstrate, take some nothing in your right hand and some in your left. Combine them and you'll discover 0 plus 0 equals 0. This is because if nothing exists, then the possibility of anything coming into being doesn't exist either. But if it were possible the universe could come from nothing, it becomes inexplicable why other things don't also come from nothing. There can't be anything about nothing that favors universes, because nothing doesn't have any properties, nor can it be constrained, because there's nothing to be constrained.
About that, of course it's counterintuitive that you can get something from nothing. Of course common sense doesn't allow you to get something from nothing. That's why it's interesting. Exactly what's meant by nothing, but whatever it is, it's very, very simple. And why is that funny?
Well, I think it's a bit funny to be trying to define nothing.
Some have instead proposed the universe had no beginning, but is infinite and always existed. But the concept of anything infinite creates further complications. There are two propositions to consider: a potential and an actual infinite. A potential infinite is something growing to infinity, but never gets there, as you can always add one more. In contrast, an actual infinite is a completed infinite. It is actually infinite. It's already complete. If the past never had a beginning, then there's been an actually infinite number of moments prior to today. But that's impossible. Nothing infinite can exist within time, because time progresses, so there'll always be another moment, and thus never reach infinity. To illustrate, here's today, here's yesterday, the day before yesterday, and last week. This line cannot extend infinitely into the past and get here today, because you can't reach the end of an infinite, because an infinite is something that has no end. Neither can you add anything to an infinite, but tomorrow there'll be another day, and a day after that. These anomalies demonstrate the past cannot be infinite, but finite, and therefore the universe began to exist. And as from nothing comes nothing. The universe couldn't come from nothing, but from something. Like how your unborn child couldn't appear from nothing, but comes from something. You. Nor can the universe create itself, as it would need to exist to create itself before it existed. Thus, natural and temporal explanations fail, suggesting the possibility beyond the natural to the supernatural. Things don't come from nothing, so everything that begins to exist must have a cause. The universe began to exist, therefore the universe has a cause. Given the truth of the two premises, the conclusion necessarily follows. But what caused the cause? The question, what caused the cause, or where did God come from, assumes time is actually infinite, and that God is confined in time, at some point in time appearing from nothing. But as time cannot be actually infinite, time began to exist, and everything that begins to exist has a cause. Therefore, time has a cause that's beyond it. To illustrate, Shakespeare wrote Hamlet, but on what page of Hamlet can you find Shakespeare? As Shakespeare is not inside the book, but beyond it, God is not inside time, but beyond it. Therefore, he did not begin at some point in time, as he's not in time. The cause of space, time, and matter cannot be made of space, time, and matter. It existed before it created them. Therefore, the cause must be spaceless, timeless, and immaterial. Powerful in order to create the universe, personal to choose to create, and intelligent to have a mind in order to make a choice. Who do you think of? The argument can be summarized as follows. Premise 1. Whatever begins to exist has a cause. 2. The universe began to exist. 3. Therefore, the universe has a cause. Given the truth of the two premises, the conclusion necessarily follows.